Hey, thanks for joining. Oh, did you want to start?
I thought I was going to start.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, hey, this is Al and
Melanie
with Our American Travel, and thanks for coming along on our trip to JFK Campground, which is on the Little Red River, Greer's Ferry Lake. Heber Springs, Arkansas.
Yes.
And it's about, I don't know, 50 miles or so off of I-40 Central Arkansas if you're coming through I-40 or US 67. It's a quick trip over. It's called JFK Campground because John F. Kennedy came for the dedication of the dam of Greer's Ferry Lake in...
What's your language?
What's your Greer's Ferry Lake dam language? So he came for the dedication of the campground in 1963.
Oh gosh, it was like October.
It's October 1963.
Like
and
a month before.
Of course,
he
you
was
know,
assassinated.
in November what happened to JFK. It was his last public appearance, as I understand,
Wow.
before he went to Dallas on that fateful day in November. The campground was named after JFK and was dedicated later to him, I think, after he came there. So, beautiful place. Great water sports, a lot of great things. We're going to share with you our 5 favorite things. 5 favorite things about JFK Campground.
Hope you enjoy it.
Hope you enjoy.
One of the first things we loved about the JFK Campground in Heber Springs was its serene beauty. Even before we actually got there, just driving up, the Little Red River was on the right as we were driving in. It was one of the most beautiful scenes.
We came in from like Searcy, Arkansas, and along the Little Red River. Little Red goes to Searcy, and so we came in along that and kind of the Red River Valley.
I've never heard of it before. I mean, I've heard of the other Red River Valley, but not that one. And it's not the Red River, it's the Little Red.
Little Red,
yeah,
in Arkansas.
Yeah. And then just before you get there, you cross the Greer's Ferry Dam, which is huge. And when we were coming in on the left side, there's Greer's Ferry Lake, which is how many miles of shoreline?
I think there's over 100 miles of shoreline.
Okay.
It's a huge lake.
It's just huge, and you're on the top of this ginormous dam, and down on the other side, way down below, is the Little Red River. And it's just like a study of contrast, because this big, beautiful, majestic beauty, and then this very small, calm, peaceful beauty.
Yeah, and when they're like generating, it's just really beautiful. The water will be flowing really quickly because they're bringing water off the dam and releasing water, and just you'll see the fishermen down there, and it's just, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's just gorgeous watching them go at it.
I mean, the whole campground's based on the Little Red, so you're close to it no matter where you are. Some places you're closer than others. There are sites that back straight up to the river.
The other thing we noticed is right next to the campground on the opposite side of the river, there's this kind of really steep ridge and a bunch of there's a few houses up on top there.
It's a big bluff.
And just, a kind of a big bluff, and it's just gorgeous. At night, going out there and kind of seeing the lights up there, and you can look off, there's a little, not really a pier, but a little dock kind of. You can look off and look down in the river if you take a flashlight, which I did.
I was too scared.
She was too scared to go out there. And look down, you can see the bottom of the river even at night. So it's really, really clear and beautiful.
Yes.
The second thing we loved about the JFK Campground was the access to world-class fishing. Now, having said that, we're not world-class fishermen, and we didn't even go fishing that time. But man, if we wanted to, and we will in the future, this is a great spot. There, right in the JFK Campground, there's a boat ramp where you can put in right there on the Little Red River. And at the JFK Campground as well, there's a fish hatchery. There's actually 35 miles of the Little Red River there that has great trout fishing. In fact, I have 2 friends that one of them already has a house on the Little Red, and another one is in the process of building a house on the Red because they're really kind of avid fishermen. And so I'm going to kind of hit them up, I think, next time and make them come and take me fishing. Because it's something I kind of like it, but I just don't like to do it alone necessarily. And I've been to Alaska fishing and everything, and so this is supposed to be really good. In fact, a world record trout, and I'm reading that so that I don't get it wrong, a world record trout was caught in the Little Red River, weighing in at 40 pounds, 4 ounces.
40 pounds, that's huge.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No.
Like I caught a king salmon of about 40 something pounds, and it's a really huge fish. But I can't imagine a trout that big. I've seen like an 18 pounder caught in the Kenai River in Alaska, but this is just really, really great fishing. I understand.
And like if you just want to go for the day, they have a huge parking lot, and then there's a nice picnic area.
Yeah, I actually just go ahead and park your boat, your trailer and stuff right there, and then there's a picnic area. You can come up. I'm assuming you could just, if you caught some trout, you can come up, and I hear it's the best when you just cook it right away and cook it right there in the campground, and perfect day use area. But if you want to, bring it over to, we'll be there, and you'll bring it over and share with us.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to, try out your cooking.
But there were a lot of campers around us that were fishing. People next to us, they went out at night. They got there later.
Yeah, they were like from a little ways over, like they were from Memphis or something like that, and they didn't get in until night, so they went out at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, went fishing at night.
I don't know whether they fished off the little dock or whether they went down close to the water.
She had waders on. The wife had waders on.
So she went in with waders, and so there's some people out there fly fishing in addition to casting.
And then there were kids out in the day fishing. It's just.
And so anyway, great place. So if you're going to go to JFK Campground, come prepared to fish.
Yes.
I think you'll have a big time.
Another thing that's really great about the JFK Campground is hiking. We didn't actually hike this time, so we didn't hike. We didn't fish.
We didn't hike or fish. We were obviously really busy.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what we did.
We
relaxed.
We did. We relaxed. It was nice. And we had some technical issues about stuff that took a long time, and we got really stressed out. So good thing we were in a relaxing environment. But there is a really nice hike, according to what we've read, actually on the campground, that if you walk it, there's a lot of different views and overlooks of the Little Red River. And then also you will see a waterfall on that hike. And then if you go just outside, we kept seeing this hike. It's the Collins Creek Trail, and we kept seeing it, and it's supposedly a very easy trail for walking.
Yeah, it's like 1.2 miles out and back is when I saw it. And I think it has like a little cascading waterfall.
Okay.
Maybe not a huge one, but kind of a small waterfall. Really beautiful, apparently. We'll try to find a short picture of it.
And we're going to go back, and we're going to just stay at the campground. And we're going to fish, and we're going to hike.
We're going to fish, hike, and
relax.
Maybe we'll go rent a boat. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So,
let's do it.
And go to Sugarloaf or something. They've got this place.
Oh, yes, there is also, I heard this story 1,000 times while we were there. It is island hiking where...
there's a little island, and it's kind of a little mountain on it. It's not a mountain, but it's like a few hundred feet, which is anything over 5 feet is kind of a mountain for me.
Because he did it when he was a kid.
So when I was a kid, which was like 100 years ago...
You take a little...
Yeah, we took a pontoon boat over, and then we went up and hiked on it. So there's a lot of great hiking. Again, 100 miles of shoreline. There's a couple of resorts in the area, and so there's just a lot of opportunities to hike around there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Another thing we liked about the JFK Campground were nearby attractions.
Is this like the third thing we like about JFK Campground?
I think it's fourth.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's fourth.
Okay.
Right on site, almost.
We're school teachers, and sometimes we don't teach math.
But you could. Well, anyway, right on site there is actually a fish hatchery. Now it's not on site. You actually have to kind of leave the campground and go right around the. I mean, you can see it. You can actually see the hatchery.
You can walk there.
Yeah, you can walk there. Easy walk. Not even a hike. Easy walk. It's open every single day except Thanksgiving and Christmas from like 10 to 3. And of course, we didn't do it.
Yeah, we were there on Saturday and Sunday, and our Saturday got kind of all tied up with stuff, and then we just
we got a late start out Sunday.
Kind of a late start, but again, we are going back. This is one of the favorite places we've been.
Yes.
So we want to go see the fish hatchery and do some fishing.
We'll have to do another video. We did all these things. Okay. But I think
or why don't you, for you folks that have been there, why don't you tell us all the good fishing you've done, and all the things you loved about the fish hatchery, all the hiking you loved. That's back on the other part. Anyway.
Yeah. And there's also Greer's Ferry Lake, as we mentioned just earlier, is right there. Huge lake. There's marinas. There's if you have a boat and you want to go, and we're talking about like water sports, like water skiing.
Tubing.
Like that.
Yeah, all that kind of fun stuff. Tubing.
You said tubing.
I said that. I said it twice.
Tubing.
I must really want to do that.
A plethora of tubing.
Yeah, a plethora of water sports.
Yes. lots of those. And then one thing we
Of course, you can fish on the lake too.
We did do was go see the trumpeter swans really close by, and that was one of the things that was our intention to go see Saturday morning. About 15-20 minute drive. There's a group of trumpeter swans that winters there, just every
Yeah,
winter.
in fact, we'll put a link to our video about the trumpeter swans up here. I think it'll be like over here or here somewhere. There'll be a video up there, and it'll get you some footage, and we'll pop a picture or two up here of trumpeter swans. They're like one of the largest winged creatures in North America. They're 20-25 pounds. You'll hear all about it. Maybe not hear all about it, but
anyway,
we
did do that. We saw the swans.
We did see the swans.
Finally, we just really liked the campground itself. It was very beautiful, as we've already said. I thought the campsites, they're not all crammed together.
Am I supposed to interrupt now?
Yeah.
Because we had this conversation a while ago. She didn't mind when I interrupt, but when she interrupts me, I'm not so cool with it.
That's true.
So what are we talking about?
Campsite.
Number 5.
Campground. We actually did a drive-by tour, though we did walk a lot of the campground.
We did a fair amount.
Yes, we did. Just because it was so gorgeous and we wanted to walk along the river. I didn't think there were many bathhouses. That kind of.
I think there may be 2 for about 60 something sites, and so, and I think all but about 13 or so have water hookups.
I wrote it down somewhere.
But anyway,
68 campsites, 44 have electric and water.
Okay.
Oh, but
so about 20.
Actually,
so about 20 something didn't have
our very first campsite we booked did not have water, and we had no water in our freshwater tank, and we were in a little bit of a panic.
Well, yeah, that was kind of one of our first technical difficulties when we got there, because we got all backed into the site, which, I'm a superior backer upper. Not very good, really. But anyway.
It did back up to the river.
A little bit struggle, and we got in there. It's kind of downhill, and we got in there really good, and then we got out and we realized.
Don't book campsite A1.
Yeah, really anywhere in A.
Yeah.
There's A, B, and C, so you don't want to book A, because if you want water.
But it does back up to the river, so they're
it's beautiful, and it's close to the hatchery too.
Yeah.
It's right across from the hatchery. So if you want to be there, just make sure you fill up your freshwater tank. If you're only going to be there for 3 or 4 days, not such a big deal if you fill up your tank.
Yeah. Though later we did find a place where you could hook up and fill on our way out, on our drive-through, we found a place where you could have filled our tank, but we didn't know that there, and we're just like, we can't.
So the people there, if you want to talk about hospitality, we couldn't really change the site online because it was already kind of time for our reservation to start.
Can't change day of.
So we got there in time we called, and it was on a Saturday.
It was on a Friday.
It was on a Friday, and we called the office, and they were just kind enough to kind of move things around and get us on a site that had water. And it was back where a whole bunch more people were at too, which was really nice because we got to talk to a few people. So the campsites are really pretty well laid out. Mm-hmm. Most of them are pretty level. Mm-hmm. Some of them are right on the water. So there's a couple of really choice campsites. So look at the map before you didn't know, and then look at kind of the amenities. I thought when I read the amenities that ours had water, but it didn't. So look at that. Most of the B and C's have water, I believe. Not all of C's, but all of B's do. So book into B if you can. So we love the campsites. We're going to give you a few pictures and a little bit of a drive around of the campsite. Hopefully, it'll give you an idea of all the things we've talked about, the beauty, the accessibility, and those things. And we just were able to really enjoy a nice campfire there in our solo stove one night, and it was great. What's that?
We did do that.
So we were there. Did we cook?
We did one night. We cooked Friday night, and then we went out to eat on Saturday night.
What did we cook?
I got one of those home chef meals from Kroger, because Kroger carries them, because I'd never tried one.
It was awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, and actually it was expensive, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, so anyway, check out JFK Campground. I think you're going to love it. Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks so much for watching Our American Travel. I hope you enjoyed our video of JFK Campground, Little Red River, Greer's Ferry Lake, all that stuff. Did you have something you wanted to say? Because you're making lots of hand motions over here. And she says no. She thinks I'm really funny, so I hope you guys Okay, don't turn off yet. It's not quite over. So we'd love it if you would like and subscribe to our videos. And I wish my wife would stop laughing at me. Also, you can hit the little notification button. That'll let you know when our next episode comes out so that you can be sure not to miss an exciting moment.
And if you decide to go to the JFK Campground, let us know. We'll come down.
Yeah, if you get close to Central Arkansas, you know, you're 45 to 50 minutes away.
You bring a boat, even better.
Bring a boat, take us fishing, teach us to fish. That'd be awesome.
That would be good. Hey, we'll go hiking.
Yeah. I'd rather fish.
Hike.
Anyway, hike, fish.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Bye.